What's going on, guys? Today, this workout is really simple. We're going to do 1 minute of each exercise, including rest. That'll take us to 5-minute rounds. We're going to do 5 of those 5-minute rounds, so you get to 25 minutes total, really 24. But first, we'll start with wall walks. If those are a little too crazy for you, maybe on a wall, you could do this on. You could also do inchworms, it's not quite as intense. Or you can even prop your feet up on a couch or a chair and kind of do like a pike, something along those lines. But everything else, as long as you have a little bit of space on your wall, you should pretty much be able to do. If you have any neck issues, I wouldn't do the toes to the wall. But this is a little more advanced workout, so I'm assuming whoever's doing this probably already is comfortable with some of these movements. But otherwise, let's get started and have some fun in jumping jacks. Next, we have butt kicks. High knees. Back to jumping jacks. And let's get ready for butt kicks again. More time to high knees. Find a chop, like a sports chop. So we're going to take those feet to a wide stance and quickly chop your feet. We're going to take a few in and a few out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll take it back to high knees. So let's see some speed skaters. Next, we're going to find a wall with our hands on, about just a little bit lower than shoulder height. And we're going to push our hips back, stand about 2-3 feet height away from the wall. We're going to find like a down dog, you can almost see here, where I'm driving my heels through the floor, lengthening through the back of the legs, keeping my spine long, pointing through my tailbone out the crown of my head to keep one level position, and staying firm in the hands so that way we can open up those shoulders a little bit. Then I'll come on the balls of my feet and find a push-up, and then shift back to that like down dog position, sinking through the hips, through the heels, and back to that push-up. Down dog again. Push-up. And from here, we're going to walk our hands as high as we can, and then walk them all the way down the wall, onto the floor, back up, and all the way back down. Walking, 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 keeping like the back of the legs, and then walking, walking, walking back up the wall. One more time, down to the floor. Keeping length in the spine. And now we're going to walk those feet all the way out to we're in a plank. Give yourself some space. And we'll inchworm our hands to our feet. Coming up to a stand and giving a squat. For 2, 3, and bend forward, walk the hands out, plank, push up, push up, push up, and walk the hands back in, squat, squat, and squat, driving the knees apart as we squat. Walk the hands out, plank, push up, push up, push up, and walk the hands in, holding again. Stand up tall, squat for 1, 2, and 3. From here, we'll walk those hands out, find a plank, push up, push up, push up, and walk the hands back in. Squat, 2, and 3. Okay, next we're going to get right up into the wall. And I like to do this called a couch stretch. It does look pretty intense, but just keep in mind that that blue wall is matted, so that my ankle looks very lengthened here, but it's not as deep as what it looks. But anyways, you just press the shin, the top of the foot, pointing the toe into the wall, and just gently, slowly lean your weight back. I would not do this with a shoe, but you know, I do this pretty frequently, and I was already pretty mobile at this point in my hips, so I wouldn't like just go right into it. If you need to pause the video, that's fine. But from here, back into our plank, we're gonna walk those feet up the wall, and we're gonna push up and then walk those feet as high as we can, maybe without even finding that plank position, but we'll hold, or even like a pike, and land on the floor, do another push-up. So we're gonna do like half wall walk. So we're gonna just walk our feet as high as we can, draw the belly in, and then slowly make our way back down the wall in a very slow, controlled manner. Push up to a Superman. Now, alternating, leave the hands where they are. Extension, push, extension, push. And we'll come onto those feet, get ready for our demo. So this is our first exercise, the wall walk. We're going to find a push-up and take our first step up that wall. Walking, walking, walking until our chest is flush to the mat. We want to make sure that we're not overarching in the back, then taking our time to walk it down. I did have, again, these matted surfaces. This was at my martial arts gym, so it was pretty easy to just walk right into and slam your body into the wall without like hurting yourself and falling back to the floor, because the ground is matted as well. But you might want to take it a little slower. Otherwise, we're here in our overhead squats. You're going to get right in front of that wall. Alright, feet about hip width apart, drive the knees open. We want to keep the arms away from the wall. Notice my hands aren't actually touching. I'm keeping them in line with my ears. Next is this overhead wall sit reach. So we'll find our wall sit 90 degrees at the knees, and I'm pressing my arms and my wrists and my hands into the wall behind me as I just bring my elbows to my ribs and then reach overhead. Next, we have our toes to wall. The CCLR means center, center, left, right. So I'm going to touch center, center, both toes. I'm not swinging. I'm coming up controlled. Left, right. And we'll get started with wall walks. Let's begin. Then right into the overhead wall squat. Get as close as you can, drive the knees apart, chest proud, eyes up. Keep the arms off the wall as much as possible. Going into our wall sit and reach now. 90 degrees at the knee, posture tall, eyes ahead. Pressing into the wall behind us with those arms and hands, staying active through the back as we reach high. Up, we've got toes to wall. Take the next minute to rest. And medium wall walks. Those feet now for the overhead wall squat. Get into that wall sit and reach. got toes to wall. Take the next minute to rest. Alright, and moving on, wall walks. On those feet now for the overhead wall squat. Alright, let's get into that wall sit and reach. floor, we've got toes to wall. Take the next minute to rest. Alright, and moving on, wall walks. Feet now for the overhead wall squat. Let's get into that wall sit and reach. we've got toes to wall. Take the next minute to rest. And moving on to wall walks. On those feet now for the overhead wall squat. All right, let's get into that wall sit and reach. We've got toes to wall. All right, you guys, that is it. Stay strong. I'll see you next time.